If your relationship is starting to make you feel like that, this video is perfect for you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little bit what's going on in my mind. And before I get into these relationships, make sure that you subscribe, comment, and always hit the like button. Here we go. So, this picture is starting to look way too common in America right now. With the COVID, political issues, people are just tearing, relationships are starting to get torn apart very easily. How many people feel like they're in that crazy cycle? It seems like every time you walk into the room, you're upset. You're always defensive, ready to go at it, ready to fight at any point. If this is you, we really need to talk. A lot of times, people always say, well, why won't they just leave me alone? Why won't they just go somewhere? You might say, I don't like these behaviors. I wish they would stop. But how can they stop if you enable them to keep happening? A lot of times we have to look at ourselves first before we look at any other person in that relationship. A lot of people always come to me and they tell me, man, you will never guess how crazy this chick is, or you will never see how crazy this guy is. Well, let me break this to you. As crazy as they are, as crazy as you are. You know why? Because if you wasn't, you wouldn't deal with it. A lot of people have issues with walking away, detaching. You need a healthy level of detachment at any point in time. If you're too codependent, too enmeshed in that relationship, and the person realizes that you are too codependent on that relationship, that's when the unhealthy behaviors can come out. Only if they're not good with themselves. Love and respect. One of the hardest things to keep up in a relationship. If you're spiritual, if you believe in the Bible, you can see this in Ephesians. But we're going to take it a little bit deeper than even that. Love and respect. Men are normally ran by respect. Women are motivated through love. So what happens? In order to keep that relationship from going to the crazy cycle, what do you have to do? Men have to keep showing women love. In return, women will get so much love that they will give some respect. And this is something that is very hard to master. It even says in the Bible that it is a mystery how two people can become one. Why? Because you got that crazy one on the side. That person who's lazy, who ain't doing nothing. Everything you ask them to do, they don't do. They do the opposite. They're childish. Feels like you're just doing way too much all the time. If this sounds like you, you might want to work on how much love and respect in the relationship you got. I've even noticed in some relationships that it flips. I've had some women that run on respect, and I've seen men that run on love. So it doesn't really matter who in the relationship has the love or respect. It's just one has to be given and the other one has to be taken. Fill those banks up, those emotional banks. If you're not filling your own bank up, then someone needs to. But the problem is you can't rely on people filling up your bank in a relationship. You got to do it yourself. You got to find your own self-care. A lot of people always believe they're not making me happy. They're not doing this and they're not doing that. Well, I'm here to tell you people, it's not their job. How can you? You'll never buy enough rings. You'll never buy enough anything. You can't. You can take them on trips. If they're not happy before they take the trip, they're not going to be happy when they come out of it. They dump tons and tons of money into these relationships, and what do they get? Broke and still have a bad relationship or a bad marriage. People, I've been through it. Me and my wife, we struggled for a good 4 or 5 years, hard. Most people don't know it, but we did. Why? Me making bad decisions, pretty much. But this is the deal. Whenever a man or whenever you are trying to get back into a relationship, there's a couple keys. One, humility. It's the biggest one ever. Two, stop making excuses. Don't make any more excuses. Just work on the problem. And three, keep on going. No matter what it looks like, keep on going. If that marriage, and I'll just say this, marriage is worth it, then keep fighting. Now, many people they're in these relationships where they're not in a marriage. Listen, if it ain't working now, get out. It's a red flag. Point blank. You guys aren't made for each other, whatever it is. If you are to that point with someone who is just a relationship, dump it. Move on. I'm telling you, there are millions of people in this world that will love to be with you. And if you keep on waiting for that, man, you're crazy. For real. If y'all ain't even married yet and y'all can't figure that out, walk away. Walk away. I'm here just to give you some relationship information, a little bit of everything. Hope that it helps you because I'm tired of seeing relationships look like this when the major problem is just you. Do what makes you happy. That relationship is not making you happy. If you can't find joy from it, then first look at yourself and then look over at across the table. They're not working on themselves, then you work on yourself. And if working on yourself means that you need to do a healthy detachment, detach. Doesn't mean you got to detach physically, but you can definitely detach emotionally so that you can get yourself better, so that you can be a better person in that relationship. It's David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to talk about some crazy relationships. Peace. Bye.